Eddie Brock wakes up in his small San Francisco apartment, drenched in sweat. His nightmares have become unbearable visions of planets consumed by darkness and a godlike voice whispering his name. Venom tries to calm him down, joking about breakfast, but Eddie feels something wrong deep inside their bond. The city outside feels quieter than usual, like it's holding its breath. Something distant and cosmic is calling to them, and both know it isn't over. A meteor crashes just outside the city, shaking the Golden Gate Bridge. The explosion lights up the night sky with violet energy. Eddie's journalist instincts take over, but Venom senses something else. Familiar energy, something ancient. Together, they sneak into the restricted zone disguised as a cleanup crew. When they get close, Venom's voice trembles for the first time. Inside the crater lies a pulsating cocoon, whispering the word, Knull. Eddie tries to investigate further, but every time he touches the cocoon, flashes of alien worlds flood his mind. He sees thousands of symbiotes kneeling before a dark throne. Venom pulls him away, terrified, insisting they leave. For the first time, Eddie realizes Venom isn't just angry, he's scared. As they flee, soldiers close in, and Eddie barely escapes. The nightmares begin again that very night. Meanwhile, Dr. Mia Kane, a young scientist haunted by her past, reviews encrypted files from the Life Foundation. She finds records mentioning Knull Codex and Eddie Brock, linked to experimental DNA. Curiosity turns into obsession as she learns the government is hiding something beneath the city. She sets out to find Eddie, hoping he holds answers. Unknown to her, the violet energy from the crash begins to awaken something nearby. A former mercenary named Kale Rourke stumbles across the crash site. Broken and desperate, he becomes infected by the violet symbiote. The bond is instant, violent, and overwhelming, transforming him into the creature known as Oblivion. Unlike Venom, Oblivion embraces chaos, believing destruction is purity. His voice merges with Knull's echo, and together they begin to spread darkness across the city. Eddie meets Mia in a coffee shop under a false name, but Venom instantly distrusts her. He senses something off, a heartbeat that doesn't sound fully human. Mia explains that her research uncovered the Life Foundation's plan to manipulate symbiote DNA for weaponization. Eddie feels anger boiling inside him. He thought that chapter of his life was over. When he learns Venom's genetic material was used to create Oblivion, guilt consumes him. As night falls, strange phenomena start happening. Animals vanish, power outages sweep neighborhoods, and the sky grows darker each evening. Eddie begins losing control. Venom's voice starts blending with Knull's, whispering destruction. Mia tries to keep him grounded, reminding him he's more than the creature inside him. But Eddie's humanity starts cracking under the weight of fear and guilt. Oblivion's infection spreads fast. He turns people into silent drones with symbiote fragments. The city becomes a war zone, full of terrified citizens hiding in their homes. Eddie and Venom attempt to confront him, but Oblivion's power is overwhelming. He mocks them, calling Venom a broken child of Knull. Beaten and humiliated, Venom retreats, hissing at Eddie that it's all his fault. The bond between Eddie and Venom collapses. During a heated argument, Venom detaches himself and vanishes into the night. Eddie falls to his knees, empty, his body physically weakened by the separation. He wanders the city alone, seeing the chaos he failed to stop. For the first time, he realizes how much Venom meant to him, not as a curse, but as his only true friend. Mia finds Eddie barely conscious under a bridge. She takes him to her safe house and reveals her secret. She carries a dormant hybrid symbiote created from her DNA and Venom's stolen cells. It gives her enhanced strength but drains her life slowly. She believes it's the only thing that can stop Oblivion. Together, they prepare for one final stand, human and hybrid, both haunted by what they've lost. In downtown San Francisco, Oblivion climbs atop skyscrapers surrounded by his army of infected hosts. He channels violet lightning into the sky, opening a gateway between worlds. Through it, shadows twist and move, Knull's realm awakening. Mia and Eddie race to the scene, knowing they're outmatched. Still, Eddie whispers, "We end this, or it ends us." Venom watches from the shadows, torn between rage and guilt. He sees Eddie risking his life without him and finally understands. Eddie isn't weak. He's human, and that's what makes him strong. When Oblivion nearly kills Eddie, Venom bursts onto the scene, fusing back with him in a storm of black tendrils. Their reunion is raw, painful, and full of emotion. "We are one," Venom says softly. The battle explodes across the city. Venom hurls cars, Oblivion tears through buildings, and Knull's voice roars from the sky. Eddie struggles to stay conscious, balancing Venom's fury with his own humanity. Oblivion tries to tempt Venom back to Knull's side, promising freedom from weakness. Venom roars back, "Freedom isn't killing the world, it's saving it." Mia taps into her hybrid form, channeling the last of her energy to close the portal. The effort nearly kills her. Venom and Eddie deliver a final blow, ripping the violet core from Oblivion's chest. The creature screams as it disintegrates into fragments of symbiote matter. But the shards begin to crawl, whispering, "Knull lives." Mia uses her power to absorb them, sacrificing herself in the process. As the battle ends, the city is quiet again. Smoke rises from ruined buildings, and rain starts to fall. Eddie cradles Mia's body, tears mixing with the rain. Venom stays silent, understanding Eddie's pain without words. Together, they bury her in secret, marking her grave with a single word: hope. Days pass. Eddie writes her story in his notebook, a story of sacrifice and redemption. He titles it Venom, the cost of being human, but he never submits it. Instead, he keeps it as a reminder that even monsters can care. Venom teases him for being sentimental, but there's pride in his voice. The world begins to recover, but strange energy signals are detected across the galaxy. On a distant planet, alien councils feel the pulse of Knull's essence stirring again. They know Earth has become the new battleground. One of them whispers, "The final symbiote war begins." Back on Earth, Eddie and Venom try to live quietly again. They chase small-time criminals, eat tater tots, and argue about everything from food to morality. Eddie feels peace for the first time in years, though nightmares still come sometimes. Venom assures him, "As long as we're together, no one can break us." A faint storm brews over the Pacific. The clouds twist into familiar black shapes, almost like tendrils watching from above. Eddie senses something but brushes it off, choosing not to live in fear anymore. Venom hums softly inside him, pretending not to notice. Yet both feel it, the darkness isn't gone. It's just waiting. In a chilling post-credit scene, far away in the Arctic, another meteor crashes. The snow melts around it, and a slithering piece of violet ooze crawls free. It whispers one word as it disappears into the ice. "He is coming." The screen fades to black, leaving only the sound of Venom's heartbeat, and the beginning of Venom 6, Rise of Knull. Weeks later, Eddie drives along the coast, trying to clear his head. He looks at the ocean and wonders if peace is even possible for someone like him. Venom senses his thoughts and tells him that peace isn't found. It's made. Eddie smiles, knowing he and Venom will never be truly normal, but maybe that's okay. Together, they've found a kind of balance the world can't understand. Far underground, within a hidden government facility, scientists examine fragments of symbiote matter left after the San Francisco battle. One of the samples suddenly stirs to life, attaching itself to a researcher's glove. The alarms blare as it merges with him, whispering a new name, Void Spawn. A new threat quietly begins to form beneath humanity's feet. Back in Eddie's apartment, the TV flickers with breaking news. Strange meteor trails have been spotted entering Earth's atmosphere again. Venom grins inside him and mutters, "Guess we're not getting a vacation." Eddie sighs, grabs his jacket, and replies, "Then let's go save the world again, buddy." Together, they leap into the night, ready for whatever comes next.